I don't know why that wasn't working. What's up, guys? Sorry for the delay. I meant to do that to get it set a lot easier, but whatever. It is what it is. Getting a couple things set up, but it's a really nice day today, actually. There we go. Sorry that took so long. I don't know what the heck happened. Let's see if I can get this a little bit better for y'all. Trying to see if I can get this set up better. Dagnabbit. I freaking... Sometimes I really get annoyed with YouTube. Trying really hard to get this set up to where I can see everything on my tablet here. But it's being annoying and it won't let me do it. For whatever reason. Alright, this is starting to frustrate me a little bit. Hold on 2 seconds, everybody. I don't think too many people on the chat right now, but something is being irritating. Okay. Alright. Holy smokes, that was irritating. Let me make sure the captions is on. There we go. Forgot about that. I do apologize for the delay, everybody. I have no idea what was going on there. It was irritating, whatever it was. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to get right into it. Because I've been sitting here forever now. We're going to be talking about the 2025 hunting season while I'm cleaning my rifles a little bit. I finally got a day off from work. Only the one, though, tragically. But take what I can get, right? Hopefully you all are having a wonderful Monday. I realized that Mondays kind of suck, so it is what it is. What do you do? Ugh. Yeah, this is my main hunting rifle I utilize. I know some people are probably gonna like give me a little bit of crap for it because a buddy at work of mine, he gives me crap for it all the time. But I use a 6.5 Creedmoor. Got some crap on there. Yeah, I utilize a 6.5 Creedmoor. I do like it. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it necessarily utilizing it. I think that they're perfectly acceptable for deer hunting, especially deer hunting, you know. Still trying to like fidget with this a little bit because I really would like to be able to see if anybody says anything. It's kind of annoying actually, but anyway. Yeah, so this is what I utilize. But really excited about the 2025 season that's coming up. I've actually gotten permission to hunt 2 new spots from a good friend of mine, but also he, well, actually, let me rephrase that. I have a permission to hunt a spot. I'm trying to get a lady that will allow me to utilize her property. We'll see what happens, but sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, I guess. But I think that she will. I think she'll let me hunt the property. She's really good friends with my buddy. Who is going to kind of put a good word in for me. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't really know, to be quite honest with you. It's one of those issues where sometimes you get what you want, sometimes you don't. I actually saw a guy that I follow on YouTube. He found an absolutely just an insanely large deer on this property that he's going to try to get permission to hunt, and he was kind of like saying, any any suggestions on allowing or getting permission for people to, you know, say yes to hunting property? And I was like, just pray to God that they say yes. I mean, I know that's not exactly the best advice, but it is what it is. What do you do? They'll either say yes or they'll either say no. But right now, in terms of my hunting season, things are looking good. Got a couple of deer that I think will be promising this year. Hopefully, it'll be the year will be fruitful, and I'll be able to actually get something good. We'll see what happens, though. I mean, you know, sometimes good things happen, sometimes bad things happen. My optic on this is actually, so this is pretty awesome. My optic for this particular rifle is an old Buckmaster. This was like, this optic was gifted to me by my aunt and uncle. Oh, Lord. I want to say 2004? Like, so they bought me a hunting rifle, and so this is the old school, like, first gen Buckmaster Nikon 3x9. It does not have adjustable. Basically, you can't adjust anything. It's very early on. My muzzleloader has, I don't know like which one it is, but it has another Buckmaster on it. It's definitely newer. I try to keep it simple. Not really trying to go too crazy with it. You know, one of the things that I always kind of irritated me the most about, I guess for lack of a better term, when it comes to hunting, there it is. I was about to say, I think that's the one. Oh no. Is when people get so just obsessed with hunting that they go out and they buy all this gear, and it just kind of irritates me because half the time they don't even, no, I'd say the majority of the time they don't need this stuff that they are that's being advertised. And I understand, like I've been subject to it myself. Like I've done it where you see something and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this guy uses that. I'm gonna get it. I understand, but at the same time, it kind of irritates me because I think it's ridiculous at times that that people spend so much money. I mean, so much money on hunting gear. I mean, you really don't necessarily need a lot of hunting equipment to hunt. Now, depending on what you want to do, I guess you can argue that might that you could make an argument for that, but it's just kind of ridiculous to go out and buy $2,000 and hunting gear. I think it's stupid. It's very ill-advised, and I do not recommend it whatsoever. So this is really just not working out the way I wanted it to do. Let's just try this. But yeah. Long story short about buying crap, don't go out and buy an extremely crazy amount of gear just so you can go hunting, especially depending on how serious of a hunter you are. Just don't do it. Just go out, buy like some basic stuff, especially if you're first getting into it and that sort of thing. Buy some basic stuff like from Walmart or from, Academy Sports, or Dick's Sport. I don't know, Dick's Sporting Goods if you want to go there, whatever the case may be. But do not go out and buy $2,000 in hunting camouflage because some Yahoo that's sponsored by it says you need it, because you don't. I'm telling you right now. It's stupid. And I'm not saying that people that do it are stupid. I'm not saying that at all. But it's kind of stupid, in my opinion, to do unless you're like actually hunting every day of the hunting season. It's just ridiculous. Just don't do it. Kind of curious to know what everybody else utilizes for their rifles in terms of like what caliber and all that. So let me know in the comment section. I'll try to get to it as soon as possible. This I mean, like I said, I use a 6.5 Creedmoor. I absolutely have no complaints from it. It works phenomenally. I know a lot of people are like, oh, 6.5 ain't no good. Well, I'll tell you right now, 6.5 is more than good enough for deer hunting. Whitetail deer and even mule deer. I know that people might disagree with that, but I promise you it works just fine. But like I said, got a couple new spots that I might be able to hunt this year. I would like to extend my hunting area. I do hunt from time to time in the National Forest, the Jefferson and Washington National Forest from time to time. I really want to try to do that more, but where I live in terms of Southwest Virginia, it's a little bit of a long trek to get there, but also to counter that, it takes just as long to get to where I normally hunt since I was like 10, 11 years old. It takes just as long to get there, but these new spots, I'm definitely going to be, it's down the road from me, which is why I'm really trying to push to get the spot that I want. This thing isn't very dirty. I keep this thing relatively clean 97% of the time. I think the dirtiest this thing ever got was when I went hunting a few years back, and I mean it was pouring down rain, and basically I only had that day to hunt, and it was just not, it wasn't really the most ideal spot to hunt, but, or time to hunt, not spot, but time, but, you know. And like I said, this is just a basic Savage Axis 6.5 Creedmoor, nothing special. It is I think you can get these things for a few $100s, minus, you know, if you went and bought it. When you buy it at the store, you have to do, obviously, a fee to put in your name and background check and that kind of thing. But it is a very, very basic rifle. This whole setup right here, boys and girls, this right here is literally, I mean, the optic itself, I think when it was gifted to me, was going for around $200, maybe a little less than that. But I mean, this whole setup right here is just, this is probably like a $450 setup. Super simple, very easy to utilize, shoots like a tack driver. So yeah, enjoying my cigar on my day off finally. Let's do this. Hey, Sparky, what's up, man? Yeah, Sparky is actually a very new acquaintance of mine. Got to actually talk with him yesterday a little bit. I was actually really glad that I did. He seems like a really awesome guy. He's into hunting, which is awesome. So, yeah. But yeah, 6.5 Creedmoor Spark is what I utilize. I know you said you're a hunter, so love to hear what you use. I'm sure, because you said you hunt out west quite a bit. I'm jealous, super jealous, Sparky. So, but yeah, I love 5 Creedmoor. Utilized it quite a bit. Let's see. And here's the bolt for it of the Creedmoor. This thing is just like spotless. I mean, there's nothing really that needs to be done to it. So. And the other thing about these, like I said, this is a Savage Axis. It's very, very basic rifle. There's nothing complicated about it. There's a lot of easy maintenance that goes into it. And honestly, as long as you don't just abuse this thing like crazy, this thing will literally last you a lifetime. I mean, I know some people have personal preferences. I think that's amazing and that's fine. But like I said, 9 times out of 10, guys and girls, you don't need a $3,000 rifle to include the optic. I mean, it's 243 is definitely without a doubt. Excuse me, 243 without a doubt. Sparky is friggin' top. I mean, I would argue top 3 rounds to utilize because 243 is amazing. I mean, I know everybody has an opinion, but 243 is definitely up there. I know so many people that use it, and they absolutely love it. So definitely a awesome hunting round to utilize. But like I was saying, the most expensive optic I use, and I'm about to show y'all here just in just a moment, is mostly, you might have seen on my shirt actually, is my Burris optics. I have a bunch of Burris optics, and they're the ones that I have range between $250 to $500. I mean, that's just like max. And the only reason I have those is because it was just kind of a personal preference at that point, and I wanted to utilize them. So, you know. It is a really nice day today. It is not hot at all. Yeah, they are good value scopes. I mean, I have absolutely nothing against Vortex. I own Vortex optics too. Nothing against them. Personally, though, I just kind of, early on in my rifle building stage, I really just, I really can't give you any reason to why I kind of shifted over there to Burris over Vortex, because I just didn't. Yeah, they're good, but they are expensive. But you could say that about any optic, realistically. I mean, most optics nowadays, you have the cheaper ones, and then you have the friggin' the more expensive ones. Oh yeah, there we go. That's good. All right. Yeah, like I said, my Creedmoor did not need a whole lot of work, but it was pretty much always kept in good condition. But now I'm going to show y'all one of my custom rifles that I built. I'm going to put it down, and then I'll show y'all a broad view of it. This is a custom rifle that I built. This is an AR-10 308 that I built, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. But this is this is one of my favorite rifles to shoot. I have never hunted with it, but I do intend on hunting with it. I would like to try to maybe possibly hunt with it, because this one right here, doing practice shots, mind you, never actually shooting at a live target, an animal target. Let me just clarify. But I've actually shot 780 yards with this, with a grouping around 1.5 inches. So it was really good. Really, really good rifle. Very, very happy with it. Yeah, I love it too. The only problem, I will say this, the stock itself, like, this stuff is like all custom. Like, basically the cheapest thing, no joke, the cheapest thing on this rifle is probably the muzzle on it, the compensator on it. But yeah, it's an amazing, this was a fun rifle to build. Like I said, I used to build these all the time when I was, prior to me getting married. Not that I'm saying that, marriage was the only reason, but I kind of got away from it because I had built, oh my Lord, I probably went and built, at my peak, I probably ended up building 20 plus rifles, and they were literally just strung out throughout my house, in corners, on my couch. They were just everywhere. I just, like I said, I just really got into it. But like I said, I kind of want to see about possibly hunting with this for fun. It will definitely, without a question. And I do apologize if I don't get to your comments. I'm sort of set up in an awkward position right now, so I'm not ignoring anybody by any means. So let's see here. Sparky, we know's in the chat. Real happy to have Sparky in here. But have you thought about getting a tactical? No, actually, I'm gonna be. So basically, this right here was a rail attachment that I stuck on the bottom. I do not like it at all, so I'm gonna take it off eventually. Cause one, that's plastic, and I don't like that. The only reason that I stuck it on there was because I needed some bipods to stick on it for when I was sighting it in a while back, and they just didn't get around to. All right, I just kind of got to where I just did not get to the point where I meant to take it off, but I just didn't. So, kind of like on me, but it is what it is. It's not like it's hurting anything. It works, but I prefer a metal one. That's just me, though. Right now, I'm just taking it apart, so you're not missing anything important. And if anybody is interested in building a rifle, an AR platform styled rifle, I'll tell you right now, the best thing that you should do is don't buy everything built, in my opinion. And the only reason I say that is because you can pick and choose what you want to spend the most money on. So me personally, I spent a lot of money on the trigger. It's a CMC, or this might not be that actually. I can't remember. Truthfully, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I cannot remember what trigger I put in here. It's a very good trigger, I know that. But the best thing to do is to pick and choose where you spend most of your money on. You absolutely do not have to spend $300+ on a butt stock. If you just want to do that, that's fine. But you don't have to, and you don't really need to, in my opinion. Like I said, it was just more. This was a fun gun that I decided to build, and now, you know, like I said, this is where I came out with it. But yeah, the charging handle is the Raptor charging handle. It's ambidextrous, meaning you can be a lefty or a righty to utilize it. A lot of the basic ones are just right-handed, intended for right-handed shooters. But yeah, honestly, it's crazy because this was when I bought this Raptor charging handle, it went for like, I swear, I think I paid $75 for it. It's expensive. It's an expensive hobby. Don't take it lightly. I've helped many people build rifles, and it's funny because people always end up wanting to, they want something on lines of like a Daniel Defense rifle, which is perfectly fine and acceptable, especially if that's just what you're into. But truthfully, with any sort of and this goes with everything, right? With any sort of AR platformed rifle that you want to build or buy, 90% of the time you're paying for the name. I mean, the ARs are, seriously, they are the Legos of rifles. The Legos of rifles. You can seriously, I could take this right here, go buy a like a Palmetto or Anderson Arms or whatever rifle, switch all the parts out, and it will, I mean, you could argue that it won't, but generally speaking, it will just function just fine. So, all right, let's get back to cleaning. But yeah, hunting season's upon us, boys and girls. I'm super stoked. Cannot wait for it to begin. Oh no! Where is it? There it is. Is that it? Yeah, that's the one. Sorry, I'm trying to find my wire brush. Trying to find a correct wire brush. For oil to utilize cleaning, I just use CLP right here. I know that a lot of people have different oils that they like to use and say that it works the best, and I'm not disagreeing with you on that. The sole reason why I use CLP is because that's what I utilized when I was in the Marine Corps. So yeah, that's the only reason. Anyway, Sparky, I know you're in the chat. I hope you're doing good, my friend. I've been meaning to get to some of your videos today. Like I said, I am off, and I actually have been meaning to get to some of your videos. I went and briefly viewed your channel when I was on YouTube earlier, and I promise you I will get to them, and I will watch some of your stuff. And Sparky needs no introduction from me. His channel is doing fantastic. But if you are watching either now or later, and you haven't gone over to his channel, make sure you go over there and give him a look-see. And if you're willing, give him a sub. I'm sure he would be very, very grateful for that. Right now I'm just cleaning the barrel, but yeah. Alright. That was pretty easy. Like I said, most of these rifles have been kind of in my gun safe, so I haven't shot my AR-10 in a while. So last time I did it was last hunting season. I just brought it out to have fun with it because it's truly a fun shooting gun. So, anyway. Oh yeah, nice and glossy in there. Barrel is phenomenal. So, I guess for anybody and everybody who's so let's talk hunting, because that's what this channel is. This is a hunting channel. I love hunting. I've been hunting since I was 10 years old, and I want to get on the topic of hunting. We kind of got on a little bit of a rant there about building rifles. It's always fun to do so, don't get me wrong, but we're here to talk about some hunting. So this year, let's see, this year, I have been to my big spot that I always go, where I shot my 9-pointer and my 8-pointer last year. So there is good sign that is in there. I don't know, obviously I don't know everything that's in there, but there is good sign of a couple of seemingly decent mature bucks. Now, whether or not that means that they are shooter worthy, it's kind of up for debate. I don't have pictures of them yet. And like I said, I'm going to be doing some bow hunting this year for the first time in like a decade. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that goes. But I'm not going to be really pushing hard on the bow hunting. Mostly I'm going to be utilizing bow hunting as a means of getting out there and just being able to be in the woods. Do not, by any means, I'm not at the point where I'm comfortable bow hunting yet, because I don't want to, I really don't want to shoot a deer and then have it get injured because of my insufficient skills, for lack of a better term, when it comes to bow hunting. So, yeah, there's the firing pin for all you boys and girls who are probably like, what's he doing? Taking the bolt carrier group apart is what I'm doing right now. So, but we have a lot of good sign in there. Just got to basically figure out where they're going to be, what they're going to be doing, and that's always the fun part about, you know, bow or hunting in general, is actually trying to figure out what the deer are doing. At least for me. I don't know about you guys. I love doing that. And it's dirty though, see? It is dirty. Right there, see? All that crud. It's not filthy, mind you, but dirty enough. So, and that's why we're here. We're cleaning it. Got a copper brush in here. I don't really want to use it though. I'm not afraid. I don't want to use it because I don't really feel the need that it's bad enough where I need to use a copper brush. But so I have confirmation that the big 8-pointer from last year is actually still alive as of last week. Now, whether or not he stays alive will be the question of the year. He is similar to my 8-pointer, and if you guys want to see that video, go check it out. I got a fairly good video of it. I kind of messed up the camera work during the actual harvesting of him, but he's very similar in terms of the symmetrical way that his antlers were, my 8-pointer, but he is bigger. Like, he's actually much girthier, his antlers are. So I'm excited. I just hope that if I do, I hope that I get the opportunity to you know, see him and maybe get an opportunity to harvest him. If I do, I do. If I don't, well, that's how it goes. That's why it's called hunting and not killing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, but yeah, this thing is not dirty whatsoever. It is a little dirty, but not dirty that bad. That's good. I'll tell you one thing that I've noticed this year that I have not noticed in the past 5 years, since I've really started like focusing on hunting, if you will, is I have seen more black bears this year than I have seen in the last 5 years, and I've seen on my road alone that I live off of, my road alone, I have seen four. I thought one was 4 black bears dead on the side of the road. So it's pretty crazy that there's that many black bears. We have a bad black bear problem in Southwest Virginia. It's very annoying. They get in my trash. They get in my neighbor's trash. They're extremely a bad nuisance. I've been talking to a buddy of mine at work. I really would like to try to do some bear hunting, but I don't know enough about it to like just go out and do it. So that's kind of why I really would like to see about. Oh, look at that! That's filthy, disgusting. That's too good. That was absolutely gross. But yeah, black bear hunting does sound fun, but the problem is the biggest issue that I have with it, why I don't pursue it as much, is because I don't personally. I don't care what anybody says. The fact is this: that these black bears in my area, I would argue that 50+% of their diet includes garbage. Okay, and that just, in my mind, is disgusting. And I have absolutely no intention on eating a black bear that has been eating 7-day-old Chinese food in somebody's trash can. I just can't do it. Now, obviously, there are black bears out there that don't necessarily eat that much trash, but they do. They really do. And it's just gross. It's disgusting to think that I'd be eating meat from a black bear. Because I've heard of people say that, I've heard people say that black bears, especially out west, if they find like blueberries or whatever, their meat can kind of turn sort of like a violet or a bluish color, and even sometimes, to some degree, I've heard people say it tastes like blueberries somewhat. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah. Man, that was tight. But yeah, would definitely like to possibly look into doing some black bear hunting, maybe just for the one-time sake, just to say that I kind of like did a little bit, and I don't know, donate the meat to somebody who really wants it. I might eat some of it, but I don't know if I'd eat a lot of it personally. But that's also a big reason why I'm not doing a whole lot of. I've never really done black bear hunting. I kind of like I don't like the idea of just hunting an animal just because it exists. I don't like the idea of that. I think that if you're going to hunt an animal, you need to like at least. You need to at least. Yeah, it's definitely a different taste for sure. Like, no question. But if you're going to hunt an animal, you need to at least be respectful enough to where you are going to, utilize him and eat and at least eat him. I think it's very wrong to just hunt for sport just because. Just my personal opinion. This pin is very tight. So that's the way. That's how you check a bolt carrier group for an AR platform. When you put it back together, snap it like that. See how it's pushed down into the carrier group itself. You pop it like that, and then you pop it back in. The bolt, if the pin pops out, it means you didn't get it seated right. So there we go, all done. Let's go ahead and put some CLP on this. So Sparky likes to utilize. What did you say? I'm sorry. You said you like to utilize 243. What does everybody else like to utilize? Like I said, I use 308. I've used 30-06 in the past. I'm just personally not a big fan of it. I'd much rather use something else, personally. 30-06, I've used, I have killed deer with 243 Sparky, so I have done that. But it wasn't my rifle. And then obviously my muzzle loader, I've utilized that. Yeah. I need to clean I need to clean the lens off. This thing is disgusting. Like, I mean, just weirdly gross. I don't know why it's like this. Need to go and get like a friggin' cloth or something. Weird. There we go. All good. But yeah, I'm, like I said, looking into possibly doing a little bit of hunting with this. Just to, I don't know, just to see about, how it works. It'll definitely do the job. The one thing about it is, though, with my Creedmoor, for sure, is the fact that it is definitely, the longest I've shot with it was about 300-ish ash yards. That's the difference in a hunter and a woodsman. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, people for sure have their personal preferences, but I don't know. It's one of those things where everybody's allowed to do it. Like, if you really just want to hunt, if you really truly just want to hunt for trophies, I mean, I guess you're allowed to, but I don't necessarily agree with it. I can't remember, Sparky. I'm sorry. Where are you based? Well, based out of. Where do you live? I want to say Texas, but I don't know why I thought that. I could be completely wrong. Oh, Richie's on or posted a video. I need to go check that out at some point. Oh, it's such a nice day out. But so yeah, another thing also this year I've noticed, at least in my area, I have not seen a whole lot of acorns. That could totally be, a regional thing, but I have not seen a whole lot of acorns. But it's weird because we have gotten so much rain for the past 3 months. I mean, no kidding, guys and girls. Southwest Virginia has been just pummeled with rain. And, I mean, the trees, the grass, everything is very healthy. But I have not seen a whole lot of acorns. But, like I said, that could seriously be a regional thing. So, let's see here. Justin, Indiana just opened us, or open use for 223. Sits on. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I've actually. So, I guess for Justin, the 223. Let me just make sure I read that right. Yeah, open to use for 223. Wow. Now, Justin, is that it's first using it? Just want to make sure that I got the context right. I use 136 on Sunday. Use 2. Okay. Yeah, I do like 30-30.
That's actually the first rifle round that I used when I was the youngest when I was hunting. That was my first rifle that I used. Mountains of Idaho. Oh, Idaho. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I think it was somebody else I was looking at that was from Texas. But yeah, you're from Idaho. Okay, that's right. Sorry. But yeah, and 223. Justin, are you talking 223 to utilize for deer hunting, or are you just like generally speaking? I'm not really sure about other states. 30-06. You use it 30-06, Justin. That's good. 30-06. That's a freaking great round to use. Like I said, I just personally don't like to use them myself, but yeah, it's. I'll never forget the day I went shooting with a bunch of friends of mine. I got my 30-06 out, and my buddy Cody, I got him to shoot it, and I just told him, he's like, how does it, how's it shoot? I was like, oh, it's great, man. It shoots great. And he shouldered the rifle, flipped the safety off, and just went boom, and shot it. And then he looked at me, he went, it's like, that thing's got some kick. And I'm like, just a little bit. Oh my goodness, yeah. 11. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so glad to hear that people are taking their kids out hunting. That's great. I mean, that is a tragic reality that I think a lot of people are facing right now, hunters especially. Hunting is a dying thing. It's teach them, yeah, that's right, teach them young. But hunting is a dying tradition, and that is a tragic reality. Um, like my son has shown interest in it, but it's one of those things where he wants to do it, but he doesn't want to put in the work, and he doesn't like the in between of going hunting and then getting an animal, harvesting an animal. He doesn't like the in between, because when I was younger, I went some years, like I'm not joking. Some years when I was younger, loves it but doesn't like sitting and waiting. Yeah, I mean I don't like sitting and waiting sometimes either. But so there was when I was younger, deer drives. I haven't done too many deer drives personally. I have done them, but I don't know. Um, I'll get into a story about that here in a minute. But when I was younger, there were seasons where I went, an entire season without harvesting a deer. And I mean, I was probably 10, 11 years old. Yeah, that's about right. 10, 11, 12 years old, something like that. But my stepfather, oh, last days of the season. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good time. That's actually a really smart thing to do. I know people that do deer drives just whenever during the season. And I'm kind of like, okay. But the times that I went a couple seasons without, harvesting anything was mainly because my stepfather was like, okay, here you go out and hunt. A lot of learning involved in it. Shotguns. Oh, okay. We don't use shotguns on deer drives. We use rifles, but we're very, very, very cautious. Yeah, Sparky. Yeah. So where my father lives, he lives near Richmond area. Um, Dog hunting is extremely big. They basically take dogs and they push deer, and people utilize shotguns a lot, which is I've never done that personally. Never hunted deer with a slug. Me neither. So but anyway, what was I getting to? We have a lot of flat. Yeah. See, that's the thing. There's a county in West Virginia. I don't know if they still do that, but there's a county in West Virginia where you can only bow hunt. So it just, like I said, it depends on the area. And, Midwest hunting is extremely flat. So just open up rifle, use that last. Okay. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, deer drives. So the reason why I don't particularly, I'm not involved in deer drives anymore. One, I went one year, and we were informed that we were not allowed to shoot any bucks. The guy that allowed us to do this, oh, I got to use rifle out of it. Okay. But yeah, this kid that was on the deer drive with us ended up uh, shooting a buck, and we weren't supposed to. And and he had a horrible shot on it. It was a really, really, really long shot, and this kid just blew the front left leg out of this deer. And I mean, it was just not a good shot whatsoever. And I looked over at my stepfather, and I just see, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this. And the deer was literally running towards us, right? And this deer's front left leg was just dangling, like it was just all jacked up. And I looked at Luke, my stepdad, and I'm like, I thought we weren't supposed to shoot bucks. And he says, we're not. And I said, oh, okay, well, what do you want to do? Because it's coming towards us right now. And what ended up happening was me and my stepfather shot the thing because the thing was suffering. And we just were like, well, we don't really have a choice here. And it literally jumped to our left over some hay bales. And we ended up shooting it in the river. I mean, it was a horrible situation. And what ended up happening was the owner of the property that was hosting the deer drive was like, who in the hell shot, well, I'm not going to cuss on YouTube. I try not to. Who in the world shot a buck? And somehow or other, like, he got to hearing that I did it, and technically I did shoot it because it was, I mean, the poor thing had its front left leg dangling. And what ended up happening was he got mad at me, and I was kind of like, what do you want me to do? And the kid that actually shot the deer ended up just saying he wanted the horns. He didn't even want the meat. And I just really put a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, you little piece of crap. I mean, he's young, and he's just a young kid, but that's a big reason why I actually don't do the deer drives anymore. And I also am very sketchy about people that I don't know personally. So sometimes people are just really dangerous. So mostly I just hunt in Washington, Cascade Mountains by yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, they can be dangerous for sure, Justin. But I'll tell you one thing. I hunt nothing but mountains for the most part because I'm in the Appalachian Mountains here. But I'll tell you right now, mountain deer are just very different from open plains, open fields deer. They're very different. In my personal opinion, they're tougher, they're more rugged, and they're just different from so many. And that goes for all mountain deer. You know, out west and everything like that. They're just a different breed. But yeah, Justin, I'm really glad to hear that your boy likes hunting. That's awesome. Really happy to hear that. But like I said, I've been trying to get my boy to do it more and more. I think he's warming up to the idea. He's only 9, but I'm a big believer in not pushing him to do anything he doesn't want to do. You know, he really enjoys playing a few sports. So if he decides he wants to do sports, I'm not gonna make him. I'm not gonna force him to do anything he doesn't feel like doing. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I could do a drive. I get upset if I see another hunter when I'm out. Don't like to be around others and resent. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, I know people that do deer. I've done deer drives with people that I know and had a ball. I mean, absolutely, but didn't force mine. He's getting back into it. That's awesome. Good for him. Awesome job. But yeah, I've done drives with people that I know and had a ball with it. But I'm not really, like I said, I like to do hunting myself. So Justin, your boy, you said he's using a 223. Are you utilizing like a bolt rifle? Are you using a semi-automatic like AR platform? Like what exactly are you utilizing for your son? I'm just curious because like I got a really nice I guess lack for a better term. It's basically built like a DM rifle, a designated marksman rifle, chambered in 223, and it's really fun to shoot. Oh yeah, I think. Oh, you did. You said that. I'm sorry. Okay, nice. 15. Okay, nice. Nice. What grain are you using? I mean, because we can't in Virginia, you cannot hunt with 223. For you started with a 350 letter, shot and upgraded. Yeah, nice. But yeah, in Virginia, you can't hunt with a 223 for whitetail. Yeah, the oh Lord, I really need to go back and read everything. Oh yeah, no question. Smaller gun. I mean, I'm not saying by any means that you can't kill yours. I know some people are probably going to be clip this and brand me as an idiot, but I promise you, with the right round and with my 223 rifle that I built, I promise you I could kill a black bear with it. I know I can. I mean, obviously, like I said, it's one of those things where should you do it? Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should. Don't know. You got to abide by your state law, but yeah, it's exactly. It's where you hit it. I mean, because like I said, I could put a full metal jacket in that rifle, and I could shoot a black bear in the head, and it'll go limp. I know it. But sometimes, like I said, it just depends on the rifle and the cartridge itself. But I really enjoy shooting my AR builds. Right now, I only have a handful left over from my obnoxiously large built stockpile of rifles. Virginia passed a law in 2019 that said you're not allowed to. At least I think it's still in effect. I'd have to look it up, but because in Virginia, pre 2019, you could sell firearms if like private transaction. You could sell them, but now like they did away with that, and I believe it was in 2019 when they implemented that. I could be wrong, so take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, the ones that I got left over now are like my high-end ones that I built, and they're a lot of fun to shoot. So, what I guess has your boy Justin? Has your boy actually been able to harvest a really nice buck yet, or is he still kind of like in that beginning stage of learning and developing as a hunter, the do's and the don'ts, as I like to say it? We'll clean up a little bit. Got a mess. Made a mess. Still developing. Well, that's okay. I am too. It's one of them things where you just kind of like it's a lifelong process of working at it. But really good to hear that he's into it. So do you? He doesn't have patience yet. Still developing. That's all right. Ain't all that. Still having patience yet to sit and wait and doesn't force it. Yeah, yeah. I've taken my son hunting, um, probably a few dozen times. Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah. Um, I'm real fortunate because we have this. My son never got into it. My daughter hunts. Oh, hey, that's good. But my go-to partner is my wife. She only hunted for years, but learned fat. Nice. That's awesome. I've tried to get my wife to go hunting with me, but she has no desire to do it. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Like I said, you either, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's all there is to it. Um, but yeah, do you guys hunt anything else other than whitetail? Or, I mean, I tell you one thing that my wife gave me the okay for here recently. We went to Wyoming in June of this year, actually, and she gave me the okay to look into doing some mule deer hunts. Which mule deer hunting, my daughter. Oh, yeah, yeah, I get that. We'll see what my little girl. She's 3 years old right now, so we'll see what she decides to do. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's that's not necessarily like just a girl thing. Some people just don't like the idea of doing it, and I get that. It's fine. Oh, I tell some. Oh, so lucky. Turkey hunt, squirrel hunt, rabbit. Nice. There we go. Yeah, I am very jealous of you, Sparky. Mule deer hunting is like everybody wants to do like elk hunting or something like that, and I'm just like, I want to go on a mule deer hunt. That's what I want to do. My wife finally gave me the thumbs up to do a mule deer hunt. I just got to figure out when and where, how, and but I did a lot of research into it on our way back from Wyoming. Oh my gosh, it's so stupid expensive. I mean, it's gonna be like it's gonna be a thing where I'm gonna decide to do it, and it's gonna be like a 2 year wait to do it. She says she didn't bother. Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, if it bothers you, it bothers you. She's got nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good. Like that's the one thing. Like I love eating deer. Um, but my wife and my son aren't big fans of it. My daughter, she just eats whatever. I stick a plate of whatever in front of her, and she just eats it. She's like me. We're just garbage disposals, I guess. I don't. But yeah, it's my son has a he says he could taste the difference, right? But I've cooked it multiple times without telling him what it was, and he just eats it. It's a mental thing. Oh, nice. That's how I was prior to me getting married. I mean, granted, it was just me that I had to feed, but it was just so easy to do so. Crap. What did that say? Sorry. My big thing with deers. And once. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. But Sparky, to elaborate more on that, you're absolutely right. I mean, because here, like where I live in Southwest Virginia, one day, like mid-November, it could be, you know, it could seriously be like in the teens. But next week, it might be 58. I mean, it's insane. And that's the biggest frustration when it comes to hunting in my area that I have found personally. Um, and everybody that I know that hunts, and we talk about this, it's the biggest issue is the weather. Because people say that if it's like below, they say like below 45, you can leave them hanging. I would not do that. Personally, I don't even like hanging deer when it's cold, like, freezing cold. I don't even like hanging deer in the sun if it's that cold. Because I could tell you right now, I've seen people that have done that, and where it was like in the 30s, and they had the deer hanging in the sun, and I could just tell you, I'm like, that meat is spoiling. 2 weeks most. Oh yeah. See, I would love to do that. I would love to be able to let a deer of mine hang for a week if I could, but you just can't do it in my area. It's just not. It's not. It's not an option, unless unless you have like a freezer that you have at your disposal, right? Sometimes they're like a 10, below 30. Some put it in the house. Yeah. Usually, what I end up doing personally. I end up basically, if it's cold enough, I'll let it hang. But most of the time, I quarter it up, and I have a big cooler that I fill with ice, and I have these racks that I put in it, so it's not like getting a bath, because I don't like that personally. Drenching it, submerging it in icy water. I don't like that at all. But I put it in a cooler, and I let it sit in there for a day. I mean, maybe two if I know that it's going to be cold, right? But most of the time, whenever I harvest a deer, I have it basically packaged and in my freezer in a day or two. And there is a difference between letting a deer hang for a week and a deer that you packaged up and have stowed away in your freezer in a day or two. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a guy do that, actually. He did a test on that. Or he did one where it, oh crap, I didn't put that up. He submerged it in ice water for, he said a week. He said he submerged it for a week in ice water, continuously adding to it, things like that. And then added ice to it where it wasn't submerged, and he said that there was no difference. And I don't know if I believe him or not. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think that when you submerge a deer in ice water that it's actually, I don't think it's good for the deer meat, honestly. Just my opinion. Yeah, it really didn't touch yet. So it's just. Yeah, that actually might be a good idea. Might have to try that, Sparky. So, I mean, kind of like, I'm curious at this point. That would be a good idea. Yeah, I agree. So, Sparky, I know, because like I said, you have a YouTube channel going on. You got anything in the works right now? Just out of curiosity? Like I said, I am going to check your channel out. I'm going to watch some of your videos, my friend, but won't let the meat freeze. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I use, these, racks, these metal racks, and they sit above the ice. because they have little kickstands on the bottom, so it worked out really good actually. But I'd much prefer it hanging out in freezing weather. What's this? Oh, I got an email. So many daggone. I got to get put care. Nice. I know, Sparky, we were talking about that hunting app that we utilize. That's actually, oh my gosh, that is extremely helpful when it comes to that's extremely helpful when it comes to that, because you can kind of pinpoint, map out, and save spots. It's going to be hard this year because my daughter is getting married. Oh, congratulations! That's good. I know, like I'm a father myself, and I have a little girl. I know it's kind of one of those things where it's like you're happy about it, but you're deep down, you're kind of like, I don't know about this. My daughter has an agreement with me that she's not going to grow up anymore. She's going to stay the adorable, cute 3-year-old. But she's not holding up her end of the bargain. So, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, Sparky. That's great, man. And I hope that their marriage lasts a very, very long time. You laughing at me, Justin? He's an awesome guy. Oh, that's good. Hunts a lot. Solid guy. He's already purchased. Oh no. He's already purchased a house for them. Oh, good. At 20. Wow, that's impressive. I mean, this guy sounds like an amazing dude. 23. I was in the Marine Corps, and I was an idiot. Yeah, that's amazing. Like, that's impressive because, I mean, good Lord, nowadays, I don't know how it is where y'all are, but nowadays, buying a house at 23 is like not even a thing. Not even renting a house at 23 is a thing for most people nowadays. Oh yeah, no problem. I was happy to do it. It was the best years of my life. Some of the best years of my life. Not the best, but some of the best years of my life. But that's amazing, though. I'm really glad that she found a good man. Because that's a difficult thing to do nowadays. Oh, nice! Fellow jarhead. Or as we all like to, as people like to joke, a fellow crown eater. No, that's awesome though. Is your brother is he currently in the Marine Corps? Oh, nice. Wow, your family's just full of jarheads, huh? But is he currently in the Marine Corps? Nice. Oh, good for him. Awesome. Oh man, the Army. I'm just kidding. It's one of those things where, like, you know, the branches we give each other crap, but whenever somebody like starts picking on one, we all come together and we're just like, yeah. Do you want to get rolled up in the dirt? Korea, wow, that's amazing. Sparky, you're just continually getting to be more and more amazing the more I find out about you. Yeah, I don't even know if I can spell Lejeune right now, so don't even ask. Because it'll make me look like an idiot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Korea. That's interesting. I've been my brief time in the Marine Corps, my 4-year stretch. I actually got to go to many different countries. Never got to go to Korea though. So I actually never went to any of the. Went through a bunch of different countries in Europe and in Africa, Middle East, but never actually got to go to like any of like the Oriental countries. That might be the wrong terminology, but basically, as far east I went during my time of service was Romania. That's the furthest east I went, so never actually got to go to any of the other ones. Nice. I'm glad he's safe and home. Hope he's doing well. Tragically, one of the biggest things, I'm very blessed. The good Lord has been kind to me, and a lot of the people that I served with survived the military, only to come home and have just issues. Some of them, some of them tragically are not with us anymore. And like I said, it was nothing to do with the whole during time of service. It was after their service, which is real tragic. But oh dang, I'm sorry to hear that. It sucks. Oh no. What'd you say, Sparky? Hold on. The 2 tours back to back came. Oof. Dang. Well, I'm glad you came home safe, Sparky. And I'm sorry to hear your brother got hurt, Justin. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. I was real fortunate and blessed. The good Lord brought me home. I got a couple of injuries, but nothing that's nothing serious. It's mostly just my back and stuff from putting it through the use and abuse, But well, yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's a really pretty day though. Still got a couple of things I need to do. I'll tell you what, like I said, we've been getting so much freaking rain. My grass has been growing at a idiotic rate, and I've been having to mow it left and right. Oh Lord, oh my gosh. I'm nowhere near that bad. I'm sorry to hear he has to go through that, man. I hope that he gets through it. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Oh, jeez. I hate that he had to go through that too. Jeez. Well, I hope he gets through it, man. I'll be sure to keep him in my prayers. Make sure that happens. Yeah, he's still here. Yeah, that's right. But I'll be praying for him, though. Well, yeah, my grass has been growing. I mowed last week. I mowed my grass, and then I had to mow it again 3 days later. It's just been crazy. All the rain we've been getting. It's been freaking insane. So, actually, now that I thought of this randomly. I actually looked into doing some mule deer hunts in Idaho. My wife does the mow. My wife will do mowing but she only mows certain parts. She'll just do the front yard because it's flat. That's her free time. There you go. Hey, sometimes mowing can be therapeutic. For me, it's therapeutic to some degree. Red foxes are out and we're about on the property. We got 5 acres. Deer coming in and oh wow, Wolverine. That's an amazing animal. Wolverines are, them things are mean. She won't let you. That's all right. Hey, I mean, she wants to do it. Let her. That's what I see. That's crazy though. But like I said, you live in Idaho, and I actually looked into doing a hunt in Idaho, but a mule deer hunt in Idaho. But I tell you what, like everywhere I've looked. Wait, you mean like get a hold of one or like hunt one? I would definitely recommend you not, you know. Oh, you're a taxidermist. That's freaking cool. My buddy that I work with, hunted with him for years and years. Ooh, nice. Stuffed one. Cool. Yeah, I would definitely, that'd be cool. But, yeah, a buddy of mine that I work with actually does he got into doing some of the taxidermy stuff. And he's an amazing hunter. Like, he is a better hunter than I could ever hope to be in, like, 100 lifetimes. But he started doing, like, hunting and harvesting elk and mule deer and all that, and doing his own taxidermy. Now, that was pretty amazing. He's got just an amazing, just... He's an amazing hunter, and he's got so many amazing stories. He went out west, Colorado last year, and shot a bull elk, which was pretty amazing. I didn't know that wolverines were. Well, I guess wolverines are like. Is it northwest Western Territories that they're kind of like where they live? Wolverines. I guess I can't remember. That's Wolverines is one of those animals that I always forget. The guys in the area. Okay. It's so crazy though how expensive it is. Like, cause the worst one is Montana. Like, I will never be able to hunt in Montana. Yeah, I feel like there's like a big Wolverine population, like in Canada, maybe. I could be wrong. I don't know. But like I said, Wolverine's one of those things where I always forget, like, oh yeah, that's an animal. You always see them like on like nature shows or whatever, and they're just these mean little badgers, basically. But yeah, but truthfully, when I was doing the looking to do a deer hunt, the best, most reasonably priced hunt for a mule deer that I found was in Colorado. Um, that was just my initial search. We have everything. Yeah, rub it in, Sparky. Yeah, we got some stuff. I mean, we got like half of what you guys have in Virginia. Nah, they've introduced elk in West Virginia and Kentucky. In Giles County, this is a county that I live near, actually was able to harvest an elk, which is pretty amazing. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Coyotes. Oh yeah, that's coyotes. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but I hear them. Oh yeah, that's coyotes. Yeah, they're right over here. Y'all can hear the we have a volunteer fire squad way over there. I think that's what they're cackling at. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm like. That's crazy. If I see one, I'll shoot it. They're a nuisance here, so it's completely legal. Actually, I have a family friend of ours that he has chickens. He's got a small farm basically, and something was killing his chickens. At first, it was raccoons. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. What's that? Is it okay? Yeah. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, so here, coyotes are actually a nuisance, and my family friend actually ended up having a bunch of his chickens killed. He thought at first it was raccoons, but then it escalated, and I'm pretty sure, I told him, I said, I'm pretty sure you have a coyote problem. It's kind of quiet down some, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if they'll come back or not, but they very well could. Ow. Stepped on something sharp. I can't really see. The sun's kind of like... Oh yeah, we don't either. Basically, if you see one and you have a 9mm, you can kill it if you want. Yeah, they were definitely over here, though. There's a big field over here that has a... it's a pond. It's a small pond. And they're definitely doing something over there. I have a ton. I'm actually really, really fortunate because, like I said, I got a 3-year-old daughter. Never actually heard of a coyote. Never heard of a coyote actually attacking a child here, but it's not without reason. It could happen. But I don't usually let my kids go outside without, one of me or my wife out watching them. Because like I said, we have a very bad bear problem. Very bad bear problem here. And they're just freaking annoying pests. Oh man. Yeah, this is my day off. I'm literally not doing squat. Worked all weekend. And now I'm just chilling. So, do you have bounties on coyotes? Because we have a bounty on them, I believe. I've never actually turned in any. I've always just kind of helped out farmers in my area anyway, because it's one of those things where I just don't care to do so personally. But here in my area, I'm pretty sure there's a bounty on them. Oh no, okay. Like I said, that's a state thing, I'm sure. But coyotes are definitely they are everywhere in Virginia, especially Southwest Virginia. You see them in suburbs, they're just all over the place. Oh my goodness. I need to get my bow out and shoot some, but yeah, they are everywhere. Freaking annoying things. I saw a guy, he had a coyote for a pet. Well, it was funny because he had a freaking, what do you call it? An orange collar on it, and I'm like, you better put a vest on that thing. Yeah, I was about to say, you, Sparky, you probably have, like, wolves. They will freaking tear a coyote up. Tear them up. I think it'd be cool to hunt a wolf, but I've never really actually shown interest in doing that. I really like wolves. Oh, man. Man, it's 3 o'clock. I didn't realize how late it was. Well, I think I'm going to end the stream here just because I got some things I need to take care of around the house. Been kind of a bum not doing much, but I appreciate y'all tuning in. I had a good time talking with you, Justin, Sparky. Definitely appreciate y'all watching. Eight. Oh, wow. Yeah, Justin, it was real good talking to you, man. I hope you and your boy and maybe your daughter, I don't know if she's going to do the hunting, but I hope the 3 of you to have a good hunting season. And Sparky, I'm going to be checking your stuff out here. I'm actually going to go, I might do it after I do some yard work here, actually. So I'll be checking some of your videos out. And like I said, Sparky needs no introduction from me. His channel is doing great, so go check his channel out. I'll be sure to put a link in the description of this video so you can just go right to it. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys, and you guys just enjoy yourselves. Be safe on the hunt, or whatever it is you're doing, and I will talk to y'all later.